trying to get by. I don't know how you do it. Trying to keep you off my mind. I can't hold to it. You make it easy, but every time I fall back again. Tell me all the
and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Lauren and I'm a mum to two girls, Jessica who is 4 and Connie who is now 6 months old. And you've joined me today on Connie's 6-month update video. I upload videos twice a week on a Monday and a Thursday, and I upload videos on all things motherhood related, lifestyle, fashion, shopping hauls, weight loss following birth of baby, all that kind of thing. Is that if that is the kind of thing that you like to watch, then please hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button if you like what you see. So in my last video, she's an absolute dream, and that is still the case. In fact, even more so, because she is just so laid back and so happy and always smiling, and she is just an absolute joy to have around. 7 months next week, and she's doing really well. And she's talking in the background. So she's eating. We started weaning her early. If you've watched any of my previous videos, we started weaning her at 5 months, and she is eating really well. She's starting to take food with a more lumpy texture, and she's doing really well with finger foods as well. I'm kind of doing a bit of both. I know a lot of people tend to do just finger foods now, but I prefer to do a puree as well, because it means that I know exactly what she's having and I can kind of control her meal sizes a little bit better. When we started weaning, she was very much for sweet things, and I was a little bit concerned that we weren't going to be able to get much savoury into her, but that soon has changed and she's taking basically anything that we give her. She just tends to kind of have anything that you put in front of her. With her meals, she also has water, which I just use the bog standard Tommy Tippy 89p cup, which I didn't really use for Jessica. I tried to get all the like posh cups that you see in Asda and things, and I find the Tommy Tippy just really easy for them to hold, and the flow is really easy for them to get water out. I originally just gave her it as a toy because I kind of thought, well, it'll be good for her to get used to holding the handles, and then eventually she might be able to drink, and she pretty much started drinking out of it straight away. So she's doing really well. She is also still having milk, and she's having about 4 7-ounce bottles a day. And I need to talk to my health visitor about how and when you start kind of reducing that, because she is having 3 meals a day now, so I do feel like she's getting quite a lot, and I feel like I'm constantly feeding her. She is sleeping really well. Up until maybe about 3 weeks ago, Connie was waking in the night at about 3:30 to 4 o'clock for another bottle, which was fine. She was having the bottle and then she was going straight back to sleep. And then it got to a point where we realised that we kind of had to stop it and kind of had to pacify her in other ways. And she actually went to sleep out at grandparents' house for the first time, and it was the first time recently that she'd slept all the way through. And since then, she's been sleeping all night. So she's been having her bottle, yes you have, at about 7 o'clock, and then she's been going through until 7 o'clock in the morning, which is fantastic. The only thing that's been happening recently, definitely for the last week, she has been waking up because she's turning over in a cot onto her front, and she's obviously not comfortable, and she wakes up and then we've got to turn her back, and she normally just goes back off to sleep, but she is waking about 3 or 4 times in the night doing that. So I'm just trying to think of different ways to stop that from happening. We don't use any sleep positioners or sleep aids. We don't have a sleepy head, and I'm not going to get a sleepy head. So if anybody has any hints or tips on how to stop your baby from rolling over and then waking up in the night, then I would be very happy to hear them. She actually, the beginning of this week, had very red cheeks and was drooling a lot. She's still wearing her amber necklace and bracelet. I still think that it's making a massive difference. At the beginning of the week she was showing signs of teething and she was quite unhappy and more unsettled at night. She still hasn't got any teeth, and now she seems to have calmed right down and she seems absolutely fine. So no teeth and not really any signs of them coming either. She is in 6 to 9 month clothes, and she is, I think, I'm going to get away tomorrow, but I think she's probably, my guess is about 22 pounds, maybe. I think she was about 20 the last time I got her weighed. And she has been putting weight on consistently since she was born. She is rolling over from front to back to front, really, really easily, really confidently. She's on her front quite a lot. She does favour being on her front when she's playing, and she can kind of move her way around where she wants to be. So no leaving her on beds anymore. She goes on the floor, and then even then she seems to kind of get herself wedged in different awkward positions as soon as I leave the room. So she's definitely on the move. I was playing with her the other day, trying to encourage her to come towards me, and she was pushing herself backwards. So she's, I don't think it will be long before she is properly on the move and crawling. Sitting up, she's getting much more stable sitting up on her own. She's still not sitting up on her own, but I wouldn't expect her to be. She's currently in, we've got a walker that has a footrest. She's currently in there at the moment, and that is kind of where she likes to be. She likes to be upright. I think because when she's on the floor with toys, she's just rolling around and then getting herself in awkward positions, and wants to be in other places where she isn't, so she gets a bit frustrated. The walker with the footrest we've got on at the moment, we're thinking of taking off and maybe encouraging her to be able to move herself around. And she goes in her jumperoo as well, which she absolutely loves. Quite happy being in the pushchair, she's quite happy being in her car seat, she's quite happy being carried around, she quite likes going in the baby carrier. She's quite easy to keep entertained and amused, and she's finding kind of picking things up very easy at the moment, and she enjoys putting everything in her mouth, and she's just very happy. So here she is. It's actually funny, and one of the reasons that I started my YouTube channel was so that I could look back on Connie's progress, and me and Jessica actually sat last night and watched one of my very early videos where Connie was about 2 weeks old, and it was so amazing to see how much she's changed. And ow! And I think it'll be lovely for her to look back on as well. So this is Connie at 6 months old, very happy, very smiley, just a joy. And I hope she continues to be the way she is, because she's just wonderful. Is it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said before, if you did, please hit subscribe, please hit like. She's going to wriggle her way off my knee in a second. And yeah, Monday and Thursday are my days for uploading, and if you've got any questions, then please leave comments below, and please hit the like button if you've liked the video, and we will see you next time. Say goodbye. Goodbye.